Welcome, sweethearts. So today I am thinking that we are going to be reading a no contact love relationship, and I was thinking we could do a how do you think they feel about you versus how they actually think about you. And I don't know if we are going to be picking up on a runner collective or a chaser collective, because I know for a fact that at least up until now we have both. So I am either going to be picking up on the masculine or the feminine or something completely new, which would also be cool and exciting. But anyways, we are doing a non-contact, and first we need to establish what the relationship is, because unless the details fit, this is not your reading. It should send shivers down your spine, okay? You should be thinking, yeah, that's me. That's absolutely my relationship. That's my relationship. That's my situation. How the fuck? Oh, I'm trying not to swear. How did you know? And then, you know, I'm just going to be all magic. Because it kind of is. Okay, come on. We need to establish which type of relationship this is. So, are you guys ready? I certainly am. I want just a couple of cards to define it. Any card would do. We're going to be using our tiny black ones. So, oops, we got one. But we want about 4, probably. So let's see if we can get 4 cards. Oh, there we got 2. Whoa. Oh my god. It turned. It turned. And like the other one didn't. So that's why I'm going to show you. It's love. Who would have thought? In a love reading, we're going to read about love? That's amazing. No, but at least it means that you felt love here. It can also be self-love, actually. But there was unconditional love for something. And it might also have taught you guys self-love. Okay, fine. We're going to check what the other card was. The first card we got was the runner. So I'm guessing it's the masculine collector. I felt that the entire day that it was the masculine collector we were going to be reading today. Because when I first sat down to do this reading, I got so nauseous. And their separation. I mean, that makes a lot of sense because this is a no contact reading. We're just stating the obvious here. There's love, there's separation. It is the runner. Like, that's nice though. Do you guys feel attacked yet? Okay, but it's the masculine collective then. Definitely. Well, it's fun. That's nice. I wonder how you guys are doing. Keys on a ring, many options. But, okay, so you got this card. Keys on a ring, not on a string. Okay, keys on a ring. Many options. Decision. Unconditional? No, that's absolutely unconventional. Yeah, that makes so much more sense. String along and one night stand. Okay. I am gaining like a picture here. But I want one more. Just one more to define this relationship. Self-indulgence. Okay. So up until now, I was going to see if any of these want to come up. Nope. Okay, so this is our first shuffle through. Up until now, the card you got. It was self-indulgence. up until now, what I'm seeing here is that we are speaking to our main collective right now is the masculine energy. Not saying man, but the masculine energy. Okay, and there was definitely love here between you guys, and the runner ran. So there's separation right now. There is separation. That's just how it is. You know, sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of the future. That makes a lot of sense. Because this is also no contact. And then there's also keys on a ring. And that was string along and all of that. Now, what I'm feeling here is that this is probably a thing that didn't last very long. This love connection. And the reason it didn't last very long is because this main collective, you ran, you loved the person, you caused separation because you had options, quite likely, because that's literally what it says on the card, keys on a ring. You had options, so you might have run back to a third party situation. That would make sense if it's one of the masculine collectives that I've been picking up on, because that's precisely what's been coming forth, but I'm not going to make any assumptions there. But yeah, you ran, although you felt the love, you ran, and at the time when you ran, that felt like it was the best thing to do for you. There was only really focus on you with the self-indulgence, but it wasn't meant as something bad, kind of. You didn't do this to hurt the other person. You did this because this was the only thing you could see as a possibility to do at the time. But it was still I want to know how this separation came to be. I'm unsure if I should use a different deck for that. I'm feeling like I should. Yeah, we're going to be using a different deck, but maybe we should use a tarot, not an oracle. No, you know what? We're going to do that. We're going to use this one. This is a good one. It has literally everything in it. I just don't... I want to know why you ran. Main collective, I need to know why you ran, because we need the details. Otherwise, how would you know this is your collective? If you're here, then there's probably still something here that you should try and like listen to. Your spirit team probably wants you to get something from this. If you're still interested in it, that is. Oh. Whoa. 50-50. Okay. Sorry, it's not. This didn't even drop out. It just flipped over. Okay. You weren't sure. You really weren't sure. It was 50-50. You were like, you were unsure about the connection. Yeah, you were unsure about the love connection, but you were also unsure about probably whatever it was that you may have run back to, because that's kind of what I need to check here. I don't really know why you ran, except you were unsure. At the time, you were still like 50-50 for this. You were not convinced about anything. You were like, yeah, this is love and I love you. But do I love you that much? Yeah, I suppose it's better than staying. You really shouldn't stay in a love connection unless your entire heart is in it. You really shouldn't. Okay, we got 2 cards here actually. What? Okay. We are still asking about why you ran. So we got, this is the things are unfolding pretty soon card. So this is a timing card. So it has something to do with timing. And then also we got up roadblocks. So there was some sort of actual, I want to say blockages, but I don't really know that quite yet. But what I can say is that you felt it was a blockage. And you were 50-50 at the time for the thing, for the relationship, for the love connection. So you were 50-50. Something happened very soon during this connection, because that also makes sense with the keys on a ring, where it genuinely felt like this love connection of yours, it didn't last very long, although they are still, I don't know how long it's been since like you ended up in no connection or no contact rather, but as this is the masculine collective, chances, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying chances are it's been a bit of a while since you were in actual connection with this other person. And I'm saying that because usually that's kind of when the masculine collective wakes up, after it's been a while. Because you I don't mean this rude, but you're a bit slow. The feminine collective will, or like the feminine in a divine union, will wake up first, and then very often she will be looked upon as crazy because, you know, all the awakening stuff. And then the masculine will wake up and experience the exact same stuff as the feminine, because it's the same. You are mirrors. You will experience more or less the same. You will experience the same journey, but more or less the same. Like, it will unfold with like the signs, the synchronicities, the magic, all of that. Can I get something more? Less? Ooh, yeah, I got one. Let's see. I am so on point. Oh my god. Oh, it's almost as if I can do this. Okay, so we got third party. Something happened with a third party. It can be friends, it can be work, it can be a love relationship. I mean, this says friends, but like, it really doesn't have to be that, because it literally says third person. So this is the third party card. You can also see it here. Like, look at this. You were just like, oh, hi guys. I just left for a tiny while. Anything happen in the meantime? And you were just like, inside of your soul, you were just like, I'm not gonna talk about the fact that I think I met and ran away from the love of my fucking life. Oh yeah, I'm trying not to swear so much. It's not going very well. Oh well, life is life. Anyways, I'm not sure we need anything more. Okay, let's see if one more card just pops out. Let's see what happened. What was this roadblock? Old habits. Oh god, you ran back. You ran back to your third party. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, this one also popped out and I didn't see it, and now I saw it, so now it has to be part of it. And this is... No. 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 You're playing games. This felt safer for you. This third party situation, this just simply felt safer for you. That's why you ran back. I am not judging, by the way. You are here because you need guidance. And I'm also getting this because you need guidance. Okay? Like, I'm not judging. And it's completely understandable if you keep on... This one. that you got straight off the third party literally says that you are stuck in patterns. And if you're stuck in patterns, you're stuck in stuff that you are not working through. And you are not working through it because you would much rather avoid working through this stuff by being all like, I don't want to say sneaky, but you probably are sneaky. But I'm thinking more like tactical. You're very tactical in life. You don't use your gut feeling. You use survival mode. You are in constant survival mode. If you are using tactics when you're interacting with people, firstly, you're a chameleon. I'm like, should I maybe get some cards? Because you need to do shadow work. Yes, I am going to do the how do you think your love interest thinks about you, and also how they actually think about you. But no matter what, you need to do shadow work because you are stuck. You are not authentic. You're not living your life authentically. That's just, you're not. And it's not just here in love. This is your entire life. It affects your entire life. So this is all of your life. You are playing chess, strategizing. You are in constant survival mode. And you have been so since childhood. Definitely. This does not simply occur when you're an adult. This does not simply occur when you're in a romantic relationship. You are literally strategizing yourself, your soul, your every spark of authenticity to the grave. You're not living your life. I'm not even sure you know how to live your life. In fact, looking at this, and I'm not judging. I am not judging, okay? Because this isn't your fault. But it is your responsibility to work on this. Particularly if you've ended up here in this environment, this divine love connection environment. Because there are a couple of reasons actually. You are supposed to be making a difference. If you are in a divine kind of love relationship, you are supposed to be making a difference. If you have started waking up to basically spirituality, or signs of synchronicity, the universe and all of that, you living inauthentically is, you are a master manifester. Meaning everything that you fear, you will most likely manifest in your life. And everything that you love, and every time that you live from that, because that's the thing, it's not just conscious thoughts. When you manifest, it has very little to do with your conscious thoughts. It has everything to do with your subconscious convictions. And those are emotional. And those are the loops that we're trapped in. And so, in your case, you're just using your logical mind because you're playing chess with everyone and everything. All of your life situations, you are playing chess. And you're going to win. You don't win at life. That's not how it works. The only way to win at life is to be you. And again, if you are here in this community, we need you authentic. Like, not the divine, not this YouTube channel, like, or like wherever you end up watching this, but probably YouTube. It's the world. You come here with gifts, and you're supposed to be sharing all and any gift that you come with. So, because of that, we are going to do all of the things I said we would. But you need to work on yourself. This is inner child healing. This is shadow work. And this is going to be excruciating for you because you are so used to living in the shadow of yourself, of your own games. It has not been safe for you growing up being yourself. Or, no, it hasn't been safe for you. I was going to say, or, like, at least you felt you gained some sort of control. Yeah, but a child would only do that if they felt unsafe. So, that means you felt unsafe growing up. I'm talking about, like, as a very small child. And I'm not saying, oh, there was abuse in your home. That's not what I'm saying. I mean, we all end up with trauma from our childhood. Every one of us. Every single one. Or if that's a bit of a loaded word, okay, then we're going to say triggers. We all end up with triggers. We all experience bad stuff. That's just life, really. But some experience more bad stuff and others experience less bad stuff. But it doesn't really matter, because the maximum amount of pain that we have felt, no matter what that would look like on a objective scale, you can't really do that. The pain is subjective. It's ours, okay? It's like, it's valid, okay? But the maximum amount of pain that you have felt is the maximum amount of pain that you have felt. So there's no reason to start comparing, and secondly, that can be enough to cause you trauma. Just because someone else experienced something completely different and something that on a objective kind of way might have looked more traumatizing, and it really doesn't matter. That's not how our nervous system works, and it's not how our bodies work, and it's not how children's minds work, okay? So lay that one dead. And instead, let's see precisely what it is that you are supposed to be working on, okay? So, what's blocking you? It's literally the deck that we're going to be using. Because we want you authentic, okay? This is not an attack, very important. This is hopefully helping you, okay? This is, I mean, you're here because you needed some sort of help, right? So let's check the whole relationship part afterwards. You need to know what you're supposed to be working on first. God damn it. Okay, let's see here. What should this main collective be working on? Shadow work. Oh, like childhood wounds. Have you heard the theory? Oh, I talk about it a lot. Have you heard about the theory of everyone being... everyone coming to this earth with a tiny person? When you are born, so is a tiny person. And that's yours. That's your tiny person. And for the rest of your life, you're going to be taking care of this tiny person. And that tiny person, I want you to really visualize this, okay? That tiny person, close your eyes if it helps. That tiny person is you. As a small child, picture yourself as a little 3-year-old, okay? Sorry, I'm like always on the verge of tears when I talk about this. It's just, I don't know. I get so sad. But it's you as a 3-year-old. Picture it. If you can't, find a picture and actually really see it. Really visualize yourself as a tiny 3-year-old, okay? And all of it. In fact, you know what? Close your eyes. I can do this. I have a wonderful, what's it called? audiobook voice when I want to. So, close your eyes and picture yourself walking down a staircase. You're slowly descending. Slowly, step by step. And at the bottom of this staircase, there's an endless hallway, completely dark. You cannot see a thing. But you're safe. You feel safe. You know you're safe. Take one step forward into safety and warmth. At the end of this hallway, you can now suddenly see a door. You recognize this door. It's your childhood bedroom door. This one you know intimately. You know every little mark, every little detail, how the handle feels in your hand. You know everything. This is your childhood room's door. And you have slammed that door so many times, and you have thrown out adults, you have thrown out children, and you have gone into this marvelous room, your sanctuary, your safety, so many times before. I want you to just stand outside that door for a little bit, okay? Take it in. Listen. Can you hear any sounds from inside? Doesn't matter if you don't, but maybe you do. I want you to stretch out your hand towards the handle. Don't open, not yet. Just feel it. Now, open the door. And what you see inside is you. As a young little child, a 3-year-old, playing with your favorite toy. Can you remember what your favorite toy was? Maybe you had several. Do you remember how the room looks like? Where your bed stood? What your favorite blanket looked like? Did you have any curtains on the window? Any furniture? Any particular way that your toys used to stand? This is your sanctuary. You know everything in this room. It's your secret little hideaway when you have to. I want you to walk over to the wall. Just stretch out your hand and let your fingers touch it, gliding across it, and feel every little detail under your fingers, your sensitive fingertips. You of course know this feeling. You've done this so many times before. Never with intention, but this room you know better than any other room. This is yours. Your world. As a 3-year-old. I want you to walk over to anything that catches your eye. A furniture, a toy, anything. This is still your room, after all. And I just want you to touch it. Feel it. Take it in. With all of your senses. Does it make a particular sound when you touch it? Does it smell a particular way? Just take it in, take your time. There is no rush. And now, I would like you to turn around and face tiny, tiny 3-year-old you. Remember, tiny 3-year-old you isn't all that tall, so I would recommend going down on tiny 3-year-old you's level. Sit down and face yourself. Face yourself as a child. Greet yourself. Take yourself in. That little tiny face with those huge eyes. Baby fat cheeks. Adorable. Just take in that little innocent face. Take in the eye color, the hair, the clothing, everything. And see the wonder in tiny 3-year-old you's eyes when they see you, when they see themselves, all grown up. They probably have so many questions. So much they'd like to know. What did we become? Where did we go? Who did we love? How did we end up? Are we proud of ourselves? But this is a 3-year-old. You are 3 years old here in this one. So the main question is, are we safe? Can we relax? Can we simply exist and be loved? Can we not have to prove ourselves anymore? I want you to stretch your arms out, if you can. Of course you're allowed. This is you. And you are only looking for love. So stretch your arms out with as much unconditional love as you can find in your entire body. All of it. Pour all of it into your hands now. All of it. Visualize it as a ball of light or water, anything. But let all of that unconditional love, because you have it in you. You have unconditional love. And you have massive amounts of it. Pour it into your hands. Let it beam out. And take your 3-year-old self in your hands and let it enwrap them. All of this unconditional love, all the light, all everything, let it enwrap them. Let it keep them warm and safe. Let them feel that unconditional love. Give them a really good hug. And then look into their eyes, your eyes. Those big baby eyes, toddler eyes. And tell them yes. Yes, we are safe. Because I am safe. So you will always be safe. No matter what happens, I will make sure that we are safe. You can trust me. Even if you could trust no other adult. Even if everyone else felt unsafe for you. Even if most of the time you've been afraid. In my arms, you are always safe. You are always loved. Unconditionally. There is nothing to prove. We are doing well, and we will continue on doing so. Just sit in that for a moment. Take in that tiny child. That's your mini person. That's little you. For the rest of your life. And this has been since the first day of your life. Your main goal is to keep that tiny person safe. Every day of your life, every moment of your life, you should ask, does this make me a safe person for my tiny person? Or am I inauthentic now? Am I just playing a part, hiding behind a mask, not daring to be the adult that this tiny little me needs to stand up for them, to protect them, to make sure that they can thrive? Or am I the adult version of myself, still so afraid that I am hiding behind this 3-year-old and their mask and their way of surviving in a world they could not understand? Because when we are reacting on autopilot, because usually that's what it is, it's always what it is, then that's what we're doing. We are hiding behind a 3-year-old. We are hiding behind the coping mechanisms we learned as a tiny, tiny child. And we are sending out into the world, into battle, a 3-year-old. Not us, not the adult, not the one that could actually have handled this, not the one that could have actually kept this little tiny 3-year-old safe. We are sending out a 3-year-old to do an adult's battles, just as the adults before us did, with this tiny little 3-year-old. So the question is, will you do better? Or will you be just another adult this 3-year-old could not trust? Sit in that. And while you do that, we're gonna do some shadow work. Oh yeah. Okay, snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Okay, but seriously, come back. You're not going to be sitting in this, okay? I just needed you to be there. So, be there. And now, come back and be here with me. So, what kind of shadow work? Yeah, I know, it's an abrupt ending there, but I don't want you to be stuck in that. It's not supposed to be sad. It's way too many cards here. I got 3 cards. I'm sorry, but like, I do not fare putting stuff back in. Because if the universe wants me to have it, it'll come back out again. So, let's see. I need, for this main collector, what kind of shadow work should they be working on? Give me, I don't know, like 1, maybe 2 cards. So, what kind of shadow work should these beautiful little sweethearts be working on? Whoa, not my type. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, first card you get is not my type. So it's like being more open to other types of people. I don't know. We need more cards for this. I mean, if it had been more like a relationship question, then I'd be like, yeah, so like don't judge a book by its by its covers. I'm not swearing. What are you talking about? Boundaries. Oh no. Okay. You need to work on boundaries so that you don't feel violated. I'm so happy I put you down on the ground floor level with your inner 3-year-old. The boundaries of that tiny little 3-year-old. I'm sorry, I'm like, where do I have to put myself for me to be in camera? I did some cool overlay stuff, but I might change that. Anyways, every single time that you cross your boundaries, every time you cross your boundaries, you are crossing the boundaries of that tiny 3-year-old. Do you hear me? And also, again, you are sacrificing that 3-year-old. You're sacrificing yourself every single time. You might as well have crucified it. You don't want to be that person, do ya? Ooh, whoa, okay, but one of them actually flipped over, so let's see what that was. Unavailable. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay, you got up unavailable. And that says that you are chasing someone unavailable. And then you also got up, not my type. And then you got up, boundaries, right? For you, as a reason why I mentioned stuff, after all. And I was like, your inner 3-year-old literally asked, can we just exist and be loved? Because your inner 3-year-old could not and cannot, because you do not. As an adult, you are stuck in a loop of only choosing people that don't choose you. If someone chooses you, you will run, because that does not feel safe. That's not what you're used to. You've always had to prove one way or another that you deserve love. You deserve admiration. You deserve to be part of a friend group, an in-group, a whatnot. Because you, growing up, that's how you learned to receive love. You didn't just receive it. Unconditional love, that's a fantasy in your mind. Never heard of that. Is that even a true thing? Does that exist outside of fairy tales in your mind? Nah, it does not. That's a lie in your mind. And your mind is a nervous system, actually. And that is poorly wired, okay? If it's not unconditional, it's not love, okay? It's a transaction. It's a transaction. If you, the real issue here is that, no, it's not all of it is an issue. And also, not just romance. This is for all of your relationships, all parts of life. You only deserve it, the good stuff, if you can prove it. And if you just get it, that's a bit alarming in your head. That feels wrong. That sits wrong with you. That's like, that's a red flag. What's going on here? Am I just like receiving this? I didn't do anything for it. No, that's kind of love. That's how that works. If you have to change yourself, if you have to chameleon yourself into something, if you have to be anything other than what you are, if you have to feel any other way than what you actually feel, if you have to like anything, changes to you and yourself, which you can feel. No, you could probably not even feel that because you're so used to this. yeah, you wouldn't even feel it. To you, it would just feel weird. To you, this would just feel weird. Coincidentally, I actually just learned some new cool ways to kind of ground yourself in yourself. You need to start finding yourself. I don't know if this is the same masculine collective as I have picked up before, but I know it was the same issue that you guys were struggling with. So maybe I want some of my previous masculine collective stuff. I mean, also feminine by all means, but you really need to get to know yourself because you have no idea who you are. You have no boundaries whatsoever in your relationships. You have no boundaries. The person that you ran from, you managed to put up a boundary there for all the wrong reasons because you felt love and loved. You put up a boundary because that was not comfortable. So you ran back to a third party situation. It doesn't say romance, okay? Very important. It doesn't say romance. It just says third party situation. And that could be friends, that could be work, or that could be romance. That could even just be your family in general. But it doesn't matter. You ran back there because your nervous system felt safe. Being stuck in a loop where you and your boundaries were not respected, where you have to play a part to feel included, where you are not authentic because authenticity scares you, because it makes you feel unsafe. Again, I'm not judging here, but authenticity makes you feel unsafe. That's just how it is. And if you have to work, it's a game for you. The chest thing also. Oh, whoa, something fell down. Wait, I just need to check this. Let's see. Oh no. And this should not have fallen down. I'm just saying, okay? Because like it was just standing there and then it was just like, yeah, sayonara. There's no wind in here. And now is incomplete. You feel incomplete and you are looking for someone else to make you feel complete. Yeah, that's never going to happen. And also, the way you are looking for that completion is to look towards unavailable people, because people, when you were growing up, the people around you, adults, maybe even children, I don't know, like your peers, they were unavailable. And particularly the ones that you decided those are the people I should be with. Like maybe it was the popular children. Oh wait, you can't see that. The popular children. Maybe it was the, I was going to say in crowd, but that's the same thing. Maybe most likely it was your parents. As a young child, I'm not saying your parents were horrible at all. It's not about that. Every time I have a masculine collective, I end up doing something like this, and they take so much more time because you really need to look at these things. Now, the feminine collective does too, but the masculine collective is usually more stuck, it seems, because the things that you are stuck on are also very much the same things. It's like, it's that mental prison. It's the Eight of Swords in tarot. I don't think I have a good one, a representation of that right here, actually. The point is, all of the things, all of your entrapments, the things that kind of keep you stuck, they're an illusion. You're not stuck. You choose to be stuck. That's the whole thing. You choose to be stuck because you are operating from your scared inner 3-year-old's perspective. You are in survival mode still. And you do view love as transactional. I give you what you want, and then you give me what I need. No matter what that is, but it's something that will make you feel complete. Maybe it's prestige. Maybe it's, because again, it doesn't have to be romance. It can be work, it can be friends, it can be whatever. But you're someone who plans out your life as chess. You strategize. You don't exist, you strategize. You view your own life as a game. Or rather, because it's worse than that, you are a pawn in your own chess game, and you are very willing to sacrifice yourself for it, to win. You're never going to win until you learn. No one can complete you. Not a single person. And in your life, you are surrounded by people that do not resonate with you whatsoever. Or at least not the way that you've connected with them. There is a chance, I'm guessing, that you are feeling, if you were to be yourself completely and authentically, all of these people might fall away. Because you are very afraid of showing yourself. You should probably watch Frozen 2. I've never watched Frozen 2, but there is this song where she sings, "Show yourself," or something like that. Da 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 da. I've heard all of the songs. I've never seen the movie. Oh, I really should though, because that one is good. That one is good. Oh my god, yes. You should definitely watch that one, because that's the whole thing with Elsa. Elsa's story is that she's like not forced, but like she was born, and then, I'm sorry, but she kind of was forced. That's trauma right there. Her parents had chains made just in case she went nuts down in the basement that would keep her trapped. Yeah, they might have never actually used them. Doesn't really matter, because they still existed there. And that's like energy that will seep out through every little interaction. And it clearly also did, because she got very afraid of herself. She got very afraid of just existing authentically. So she put on that ice mask, you know, that perfect little individual who walks through life and floats, and I am everything that you need, and let me smile as well. That's you. You're Elsa. Ice Queen. And again, it's not Elsa's fault, and it's not your fault. But it is your responsibility, just like it was Elsa's responsibility to then go and just find herself, her tribe, which I don't know if she did, but I do think she ended up with like a water horse or something like that. The Kelpie. And maybe that's what you're supposed to be doing. And then she was happy and complete, because she could just be herself. That's when you find your tribe. You're never, ever going to find true happiness, true love, true anything, until you discard that mask. And you're just like, reveal, haha, this is me actually. And then you can exist. And then you don't have to hide behind a 3-year-old or exist in survival mode. You must feel so scared of so many things. Maybe even anxiety, I don't know. But you must feel so scared and so alienated, and like no one truly knows you, because no one truly knows you, because you don't know yourself, because you're just playing a mask, and you're just attracting into your life people that are attracted to that mask that you're playing. You will never get authentic relationships in your life until you can present yourself from a place of authenticity. That's just facts. I'm sorry, but that's true. Okay. So what you need to work on, is boundaries. You need to figure out who you are. Oh yeah, that was the thing. I was going to give you a tip. Yeah. Okay, we're ready. Are you ready? The thing is, every morning when you wake up, if you can. I mean, you did run back to a third-party situation, so there is a chance you ran back to a relationship where you are also still feeling incomplete, hiding behind your mask. They're unavailable, and you don't know how to put up boundaries. What a lovely place you put yourself in. Doesn't matter. Moving on. What you should do. Okay, I'm serious again now. What you need to do, or you can do at least, it might work or it might not. I also have other tips, by the way. Send me an email if you need more. But every morning when you wake up, spend a little time not interacting with anyone. Also not your phone. And just feel. Feel yourself. Feel your entire body. Feel that you exist. Say hi to that little 3-year-old. Like, make a thing out of it. Every morning, go and say hi. They're in the room. You have access to it. I showed you where it is. Find the door, access it. God damn it, if you have to, listen to this again. And just go and say good morning. Make your little 3-year-old feel loved unconditionally. Because no one else clearly has. And you need to be that person, because until you can do that, your inner 3-year-old is going to run your life. And that's not a fun thing to, like, it's not fun as an adult to live your life as a 3-year-old. You grew up for a reason. Biology, mostly. And how that works. But now you have the option to just be yourself. That's amazing if you choose to do it. Anyways, feel yourself, feel your body, say hi to your inner 3-year-old, and this is important, this is the actual thing here. I want you to, after you've done all of that, because then you're kind of connected to your body and your mind and your everything, I want you to look inwards, feel inwards. How do you feel right now? And you're not supposed to be like, you're not supposed to be strategizing here. You're doing enough of that in your life, according to our cards. You're just supposed to feel, how do I feel? No scripting, just how do I feel in this moment? Truly, how do I feel? Take in all of everything in your body. How do I feel? Truly. And then you ask, what do I want to do today? Before anyone has been able to put anything on your plate, including their energy, because you soak up energy. You're a master chess player. Do you know what that means? That means you're hyper vigilant. That means you have learned to read people from a very young age. From a very young age. This is a trauma response. Okay? This is a trauma response. You can read people. You can read their energy. And you can chameleon into whatever, not swearing, whatever they want. So that you can wear that mask, the appropriate mask for that situation. So that these unavailable people that are not your natural type, that you do not know how to put up boundaries with, can make you feel complete and safe. Do you see the dissonance there? The logical dissonance? Doesn't work, does it? Doesn't really matter either. You're not doing this on purpose. I know. But you need to do this exercise before you start picking up other people's signs and energy. Because the minute, I genuinely think, the very second you interact with someone at all, Doesn't matter if it's like an animal even. You pick up their needs. You pick up their wants. You pick up how they desire their day would go. And then you go along with that. To like a very large degree. You exist within the boundaries of other people. If you cannot put up your own boundaries, those are the boundaries you exist within, because the boundaries are there anyways, darling. You are not free from boundaries just because you didn't put up any. It's like with time. If you do not allocate time to what you wish to do, then guess what? The world will do it for you, and not towards what you wish to do. You either take responsibility for yourself, you either live your life, or other people will live your life. Show you how you're supposed to be living your life. Use you basically as a prop in their life. And that's basically what you are letting people do in your life. Because you are hoping so much that will make you feel complete. And it never will. Because unless you can be yourself completely, that means not hiding behind a mask. You will never be complete. You will never feel complete. There's a logical dissonance there. After all, if you cannot be complete, how will you feel complete? That's what you need to work on. Okay? And so, after using lots of time on this, but you needed it, okay? If you're still sticking around, you needed it. Now we shall look into your love relationship. Yay! Okay, let's see. I think we're going to be using maybe should we use tarot? Perhaps. I love using the oracle cards, but maybe we should use tarot. I really like this one, the romantic tarot, because the imagery is a bit unique. Okay, let's see here. But then again, it does give better answers with the other cards. Let's just try, okay? No, because firstly I want to know how you think. No, you know what? We're going to do it the other way around. Because firstly I need to know, how do you feel about this love connection? Let's use... So this is the love connection that started it all, you know? Why you're here. This is your... the love that you ran from. Don't worry, you're in a very popular gang. Lots of masculines. Energy, not gender, does this. So, that's a good thing, because you just want to fit in anyways. Now you have an in crowd. You're part of it. Yay! Okay, let's see. How does my collective, the main collective, feel about their love interest? This is so sad. You view them, this person that you ran from, because you love them. Because you didn't feel... You felt safer in the old patterns. You viewed this person as a life partner. I don't know if you can see it. Doesn't matter. That's what it says. You ran from and you're in no contact, because this is a non-contact reading. From your life partner, the person you view as your life partner. Again, logical dissonance here. My masculine dude. What? Woo! Okay. Let's see. Okay. What are we... You feel like you want to give this the benefit of the doubt. This, the romantic relationship that you ran from. You kind of want to go back. You want to give this a chance. You want to rekindle this. Okay. Let's see if we can get 2 more. Or at least 1 more. It's nice to have 4, I feel. Let's see. How does my main collective feel about the love they ran from? Oh, okay, we got 2 actually. Nice. Let's see. Oh, you're waking up. You're getting your spiritual thing flow going. You feel you have like a psychic connection. You're probably getting signs and synchronicities. Did one of my cards fall down? No. Okay, it didn't. Okay, anyways, because then I would have to check. But anyways, signs and synchronicities, you might be seeing their name everywhere. People might be, annoyingly enough, like mentioning them. Or it doesn't have to be that even. It can just be like you're hearing songs or something. Like it's just synchronicities, and then you're left bamboozled, being all, what's going on here? It's just you waking up, actually. Oh, you should probably know this. Every time you get signs and synchronicities like that, those signs and synchronicities are for you and your self-development, your journey. Who would have thought? It's because every time you get signs and synchronicities that says, oh my god, think about your feminine love interest person that you ran from, because this reminds you of that person. I'm not going to say her because, like, again, it doesn't have to be. It's just the feminine part of this connection, feminine, masculine, you know? Yeah, contact them or something like that. That's not actually what it means. It means you view this person as your actually life partner potential, but within this community, divine feminine, right? This is your feminine that you ran from, the potential love of your life that you ran from. That means you're supposed to be looking inwards and work on your feminine sides. You know, compassion, self-compassion, spirituality, anything that you could vibe as being more feminine than masculine. Because that's the thing. I also hold this way of thought when it comes to feminism, by the way. So I'm not going to go all political here, but feminism is also not actually about gender. Oh, murder me in the chat if you want to, or comment section. It doesn't matter. No, feminism has nothing to do with gender and everything to do with seeing and viewing culturally, like everyone, because we don't do this. The things that we allocate to being feminine as equal to those things we allocate. I really don't know how to pronounce that word, but I really want to use it because it's such a nifty little word. I like it a lot. Anyways, and all the things that we kind of view and allocate and whatnot to being masculine, we want those to be equal. Those two things, you know, like equal worth and all of that. So we all have feminine and masculine facets within ourselves. We all have feminine and masculine values within ourselves. Feminine and masculine interests, hobbies, whatever. There's feminine and masculine to all of us. And then it's more like, you know, what's feminine and what's masculine within you. Doesn't really matter because you're unique. And all of your facets are wonderful. And all of your facets make up you. But this collective, you kind of have to figure out what that is even, because you don't know yourself. Which is okay. Because that means you get to do something very exciting, which is to get to know yourself. It's a bit late, but it's still exciting. And also, you will start feeling complete once you get to know yourself, and once you get to once you start living in alignment with yourself, you will feel complete. I promise. It's scary, but it's because you're still operating from the viewpoint of a 3-year-old, a scared one. You are still in survival mode. But anyways, yeah, that's my view on feminism, I suppose. We kind of went off track there, so let's go back to this track. Bonding! Yeah, you also got bonding. Not that kind. Let's see. As you get to know each other, you discover many things in common. Yeah, that's cool and stuff. Now you want to get to know this person again. But no, you want to rekindle the bond. That's what I'm getting from this one. Because again, you are in no contact. You are viewing them as your life partner. And you feel like you have a psychic connection to them. You did not get twin flame. Or soulmate in any of the decks. I just want to check one more card from this collective, just to check if they're going to be getting one of those definitions, because I mean, you might not have labeled it, and you don't have to label it. A label is just a label. It's just like a working thing here. You met this person, and this is an important detail. You met this person through work. Like you might have worked together, same office, something, but this is a workplace romance. That's literally what it says. So like, you might have met this person through work, or it can also be like if you have I want to say hobby, but that's not what I mean. It's not your hobbies. It would have to be like if you do organization work, you know, stuff that you don't get paid for, but you're still working towards some sort of common cause. Either or, this is where you met this person. The person you ran from and you as your life partner, and ran back to the loops that you're stuck in. And that you now want to rebond with. But we're not going to... Oh my god. I was like, oh, maybe if the flipped card says something, but no, you really want this person back. You have a strong desire for them, like physical. Oh my god. Flames of passion. Ignite. Wow. Oh, you've probably also been questioning that. Huh. You know, I'm going to put this here, actually. You've also probably been questioning whether or not this has just been lust from your side. You might even have excused it with that. No, this was just lust. It's much better that I run back to whatever it was that makes me feel safe. Because this lustfulness, that I do not want in my life. I don't really know why. I mean, lust and stuff like that, passion, that's the spark of creativity. Did you know? If you don't have that in your life, then how will you be creative? And you don't have to be like an artist to be creative. Like, it's just creativity in life. You need creativity for manifestations, by the way. Okay. I am going to use the pink deck for the person on your mind, okay? The one that you ran away from. So our question now is, this is how you feel about them. Now we're going to see how you think that they feel about you. No, but think that they feel... Oh, and in that case, I actually want to use the same deck. We're going to use the same deck. And then we're going to use the next deck with how they actually feel about you, okay? So I'm taking all of your burning desire back in, making this safe for work, this area. Yes. Hide that desire a little bit longer. Or at least, I don't know, rekindle first. I don't know. Ooh, do not rekindle with that. My dude, do not. I don't know how you probably didn't even think about it. This is probably just something that you feel. Oh, I really want to do this. But you're not going to do it. And you know you're not going to do it. But you should probably do it. But you need to work on this thing first, actually. You need to work on the stuff that we talked about first with, you know, boundaries in your life. Love is not transactional. You really need to work on that. because this is like a divine connection. Yeah, they're not going to let you reconnect with this potential life partner of yours until you do not view love as transactional. Okay, because again, it's not just that you have to pay for love with being a chameleon, with doing whatever desire they have. Like, it's not just that you feel like you need to do all of this. If you view love as transactional, you view love as transactional, and that's just it. All kinds of love is transactional for you. Maybe perhaps if you have children, that doesn't... Yeah, not necessarily actually. Love is love. You don't know what love is. If you feel like it's transactional, you don't know what it is. But also, if you view love as transactional and you have to do all of that stuff, that means everyone else that you love, have to do the same thing. It's transactional. Like, you have to pay for love, they'll have to pay you for your love. That's just how it is. Nothing's for free in this world. Absolutely not your love, because that would be weird. Would you just give it out freely, like unconditionally? Nah, that's not how love works. Spoiler, it kind of is. It's not love if it's... if you have to pay for it. Is it a subscription? Really? God damn it. Okay, I have to concentrate here. How does this collective, my main collective, how do they think, the person on their mind, view them and this relationship? Okay, let's see. How does this main collective think that the person on their mind, their love interest that they ran from, think about them and this relationship? Nothing's coming out. Did you not? Oh my god! That's a lot. I can't. That's a lot. I don't usually. Because of the timing and because it felt like you were insulting or you were insulted or something like that. And just attacking me with like a word. Like, I don't know, but like just lots of words and whatnot. Oh, wow, you had lots of thought. Oh, you knew. You knew that they knew. Okay. Wait. You got like, what, 5 cards? 5 cards. So it's the same amount that you had, I think. Ish. Doesn't matter. So, firstly, in your eyes, how you think that your love connection, the one on your mind, the one you ran from, think about you and this connection is you think that your divine feminine views this as a twin flame connection. It didn't come up for you, but that's how you think they, the feminine, genderless, but they, the feminine, view it. And then also, okay, I'll just start with this one. Also, you are convinced, or you think, that your the connected energy, your love interest, sees this as a potential marriage union kind of thing. Which is beautiful. This is how you think. This did not come up with you, though, and no point, did it? I mean, there was a lot of beautiful things for you as well. Anyways, this connection, you think that they view you as marriage potential. And that, you know, things could evolve due to maybe the twin flame thing. And also, you think that they feel like you need to start opening up your heart and understand that love is the highest energy of all. It is, though. But you should start with self-love first. Love that tiny 3-year-old first, okay? Make them feel safe. Don't send them out into battle. Don't do that. And that kind of went off fashion with Second World War. Anyways, you also got this, and this was the one that I was reacting to. Third party. So, you think that the person connected to you, your love interest, person on your mind, knew about this third party thing, that they were tossed aside for a third party. No matter if it's romance or if it's work or whatever, you either know or think that they know about this. So, in your mind, they know they were tossed aside for something else. And you think, this is probably what scares you, actually. You think, for you to be able to rekindle this, which was one of the cards that you wanted to rekindle this. For you to do that, there exists an expectation of honesty, heart-to-heart conversation. Yeah, honest communication, heart-to-heart. So, this thing that you ran back to, whatever it was, like, it doesn't have to be romance, of course not. But I'm kind of feeling it was. Because if it had been just work, then I'm not sensing this card would have popped up. I think this main collective, what you ran back to, was love or family, not work specifically, okay? Because this is not that impersonal. If it had just been work, then the conversation would have been a bit easier. But being tossed aside for other people, friends, it could also be friends. Absolutely, it could also be friends. But to be tossed aside for other people, to be down prioritized for other people, yeah, that might need a conversation. And that could be scary for you, because you send your 3-year-old out to do your battles. Don't make your 3-year-old own up to it. Go and do it yourself as an adult. You can handle it as an adult. Of course you can. It's just words. Like, okay, honestly, what's the worst thing that could happen? You couldn't even die from this. And also, like, not honestly the worst thing that could happen. Okay, we're going to take that back many steps. Anyways, this is how you think. So that's beautiful, except you don't want to own up to this thing, because that really felt like that was the pressure point here. And you're miserable where you are. I'm not sure that you know that you are. I genuinely don't know that you are, because this feels safe. What you've chosen feels safe. But I don't think you're happy. And the reason is this whole incomplete card. Again, you're not happy. And also, whatever situation you ran back to, you are still pining after the person you ran away from. So, you might call it whatever you want, and you did get up a card or something that indicated that you could feel or think that, oh, maybe this is just lust. How long do you think lust lasts? Not this long. Not long enough for you to activate, starting to see signs and synchronicities and whatnot. If you've started seeing signs and synchronicities, chances are your feminine counterpart has disconnected from this. Because that's usually when the masculine wakes up. Because they are no longer feeding it, the connection. The feminine, the masculine might have been the one that started it. Most likely, yes. But the feminine is, in most instances, the individual that kind of keeps it alive energetically. Yes, the masculine has to do something, because at least to establish it. And there was an establishment phase. Otherwise, there wouldn't have come up a separation card. Otherwise, there wouldn't have come up a love card. Otherwise, there would be nothing for you to run away from. And during that phase, you might have been giving, I wanted to say equally, but you don't have to. But you gave enough. I mean, the feminine was a broken individual, just like you. Because if you're healing through love connections, and if this person views you as a twin flame, and if you think they do at least, and if you think that they think of you as their twin flame, then they probably have told you that or something, one way or another. But for them to think that you are their twin flame, you broke them completely. That's the only way anyone thinks of the other person as a twin flame. And also, for this person to think of you as their twin flame, they were severely broken to begin with. Lots of trauma. Well, I mean, there might be other ways for them to think of. No, because it's all about healing. And also, if it's the twin flame journey, then it activates you to signs and synchronicities and all that, the same stuff that you're going through, this person went through. But they went through it much earlier than you. And probably when you ran, that's probably when it started, sometime around there. That's when you completely broke them. Completely and utterly broke this person. And then they started thinking of you as the twin flame, because they were like, oh, wow, why can't I get over you? You broke me. And that's the conversation you don't want to have. That's the thing that scares you. But it's also the conversation you need to have if you are supposed to, or if you're going to rekindle this. You can't come in there and be just a fuck. I'm not swearing. You can't come in there and just be a Casanova. You can't come in there and rekindle what you had, because what you had didn't work. It's like going back to an ex. You don't do that because you broke up for a reason. And so you don't go back to the same person. You need to have at least evolved, which you can have. This journey is all about, if it's the twin flame journey, it's all about evolving. It's all about self-healing, coming into alignment with yourself and your self-worth and your self-love. Feeling complete by and of yourself. That's what this whole thing is about. And you're still at the beginning. You're still at the beginning. Ooh, oh, I think this is the same collective. No, it doesn't really matter. Anyways, this is how your partner feels about you. We got one. Okay, we need more cards for this to make sense, because this is a no contact reading, right? So what you got was surprises, which is romantic surprises are on the horizon. Be open to them. my immediate thought and feeling here is that they have not yet given up hope on this twin flame journey. It's probably but they have quite likely come to terms, I'm going to say. Come to terms with that you ran back to something else, and that's where you stuck around. Whew. Oh. There's still sparks there. Like, the person that's on your mind still feels sparks. Okay. Let's see if we can get some more cards. I think we should... Woo. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, we got 2 cards. Let's see. Yeah, this person has surrendered to divine timing. The person on your mind, whoever this fits for. I still feel like they have taken a step back from this connection for you to be activated. They have come to terms with probably divine timing. Like, if it's meant to be, then it will be. But you have surprises, so they really believe that if it is meant to be, then it will be. And I will remain open for whatever comes in. And there's still sparks there, so there's still attraction. They are still attracted to you, but it's sparks. It's not flames, you know. It's sparks. But you also got a wedding, and you got a life partner from your side, right? So this person still also views you as their ideal life partner. But I don't think they are expecting a proposal exactly. It's more that if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. But you are still their ideal partner. And then you also got, or not you so much as the person on your mind, we also got relax. So again, I feel all of this just confirms all of the things that I've said. But what is also important to know is that all of the things that I say should resonate to the extent where, because you don't make it fit. None of this should be new information. You should have already thought or felt these things, or have memories or whatever. Everything should resonate. For this to be your reading, everything needs to resonate. Every detail. But again, there might still be stuff in here that's relevant for you. But this person is now yeah. I'm sorry, I was thinking if they were just getting ready for their next phase, but it's directly tied to you, so it's not that. It was this, you see, that was making me a bit not confused at all, because relax card is the one that's making me feel they have kind of eased out of the chasing energy. They are done chasing now. They still hold all of these beautiful thoughts of you and your connection in their head. That still exists there, but they no longer chase it. It's like it either comes in or it doesn't. I'm going to be happy either way in this life. So they are doing the thing that they should be doing, which is truly healing and focusing on themselves, coming into union with themselves. We'll just see if one more card. But they did not get up twin flame. Whew. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's definitely it. This is voids. You got or they got the voids card, meaning they don't feel like filling the void of you, most likely. I don't feel this person is out and about and dating. That's not their focus, at least. Their focus is not on you. And oh, because this was specifically, yeah, okay, you know what? I don't actually know that, but I can say that their focus is not on you anymore. Their focus is on themselves. And I don't think they would have taken you back immediately. Because again, this card wasn't about, oh, what are they doing now in their life? The question was specifically, how does the person on your mind think and feel about you and your love connection? And that's when the voids came up, including all of the other cards as well. So it's like they hold all of these beautiful feelings still, with the surprises of love, and so they're open for it, and sparks that still exist there, and you and them in like more of a wedding situation, meaning you're still like their ideal partner right now, but they are no longer chasing because of the relaxed card, and they would never, I think, just be like, oh, you're back, should we plan a date for this wedding? Because they're not the same person that they were when you guys first started your romance. This person has healed a lot, which is marvelous, and you can do the same. Absolutely, you can do the same. But right now, I think you would have to put in at least some work here to be welcomed back, although all of these beautiful emotions still exist and is tied to this person's view of your relationship, which is gorgeous. But no, they are focusing on themselves. They would not. Oh, because before they've done that. That's why filling the void comes up here. Every time you have been in contact with this person before, they have simply welcomed you in. They have not really put any demands on you. They've not really put down any boundaries for you before. And it's because they are doing so now, you are getting activated. Probably. I mean, that might not be true, but definitely you have come in and out. And they have just been like, hi, every single time. They've made it very easy for you to come back and to run out again. And you have also. I'm saying this for a reason. This has to fit, okay? You haven't, the third party situation with either friends, romance, or your own family, that has been in the background the entire time. And then at some point, yeah, so then it doesn't really have to have been that long since you were in contact. But it has to have been long enough after this person put down some sort of boundary or decided one way or another that they were done playing this game and they were now just focusing on themselves and their healing. Because they had been burned so many times by now that this chess game of yours, it didn't entertain them anymore. Probably. Entertain is probably a bad word, but it comes to mind for a reason, you know. So Yeah, right now they have put down some sort of boundary. They are moving away. And that's probably why you are activated. So what we are going to do now, I mean, I've already done some like shadow work cards for you, and that really is what you need to work on as yourself and as a person, an individual. You really need to. It's for your inner 3-year-old. I mean, you've visited them now. Take care of them. That little 3-year-old is never growing up. We all have a tiny little version of ourselves that we always bring with us. Like it's a part of us will never grow up, and that's wonderful, because that part of us is playful and seeks out novelty and magic and all of those beautiful things, sees the world as filled with opportunities. But that little 3-year-old is also very scared, very wounded. That little 3-year-old is your ego. Every time you act from a place of ego, you're acting from that place, from the 3-year-old, from the 3-year-old's place, and also from their perspective, which is why if you choose to run back to relationships where you have to prove yourself worthy for their transactional love, you're acting from fear. You're not receiving love. You don't know what love is. You should probably try and figure that out too, actually. What is love to you? Journal about it. You don't have to sit there for forever. Take 15 minutes every morning or every evening. Do some meditation or whatnot. Go speak to your inner child first. And then after you've done that, journal. Be like, what is love to me? 15 minutes. Well, everyone has that. Or like, have it as a thought in the back of your mind throughout your day, and pick up your phone and just dot it down once you I'm sorry, I'm also concentrating on this. If something pops into your head, then just dot it down, okay? Figure out what love is for you. Figure out who you are first, maybe. Or simultaneously. You could do that too. I believe in you. Anyways, what should you be doing for this love connection? Because we know you want to rekindle. So, how do we go about here? Rekindling. How does this main collective go about to rekindle this? I'm like, should I use a different deck? If nothing comes out when that's not why, but I'm like, I'm also sitting here drooling over a different tarot deck. So, if nothing comes out the second round, then that is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna use a different one. It's really rare that. No. Oh, aha, that's what I said. Am I holding it upside down? That's not cool. I don't like that. Let's see. Oh, 6 of Swords. I remember I got this for one of the collectives. I don't remember who. Doesn't really matter. 6 of Swords. So that is moving away from stuff that is not good for your nervous system and your mind, and into calmer water. How marvelous. That's the first step. First step is basically fix your mask situation. You know, all of the people that you keep around because they're unavailable, and that's what you think love is. Fix those situations. I'm not saying toss everything that you know out and away from yourself. That's no, of course not. What I'm saying is, if people start falling away from you because you are authentic, then maybe let them fall. Let them lay where they landed. Don't pick them up again. Just laying there with their hand upstretched, being all, oh, save me. I mean, don't be rude about it. Don't kick them or anything, but just maybe continue on walking. I don't know. Try and like set yourself first. Put some boundaries. But also be nice. Because that's just nice. Just be nice. Okay, let's see. Anything else they should be doing? Except all of my wonderful tips, of course. It seems like the tarot deck is just like, nah, you kind of said what we wanted to say anyways. No, okay, you know what? We are going to be using the other deck. The one that I've been drooling over. I also have a different one, but we're going to use that at a different time. This one was the one that I was like, ugh, drools. Okay, are you the right way around? I don't know, but these are a bit like messed up anyway, so it's like they're all over the place. I don't really like having like upside down ones, but okay, we'll just do this. So, what should this main collective focus on if they desire to come back into, like to rekindle this, kind of. Come on, give me some good. We've already got one. We got two. Okay, give me some more. What else should I be focusing on? I think I went like 4. Oh, thank you. Okay, one more. They're just dropping out. I love that. Okay, the first card we got was like, wait, I just need to put them up. Oh my god. Okay, first one we got was 10 of Wands. Ooh, upside down, 10 of Wands. It's almost the same as the 6 of Swords, the thing I said with that one, which is, okay, so 10 of Wands, because 10 of Wands, that's the end point of the Wands story, and then after that you enter the royalties, right? But they're not part of the kingdom story, kind of. So this is the one where the person has all of those logs on their back and they're just like struggling really hard to get back home, and they're like, yes, I can feel the pain and the burn, and I should probably put these logs down, but it's so close. And also, this is how I live my life. I just carry the weight of the world on my shoulders for fun. Don't do that. Okay. For you to get back into alignment with this person, you need to readjust. You need to release some of those wants. You need to reduce the amount of wants. Your masks, the layers that you hide behind. You need to get... You need to get your priorities straight. Delegate responsibility. It's not all yours. And you need to start prioritizing. Like, if this is what you want, you need to start prioritizing it. You're not at all prioritizing it at all. You're just prioritizing everyone else that you need to pay for their love. Not like money. Of course, it's not money, but you know. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't know how you pay for your love, but you do pay for it. And also everyone else in your life pays for it, pays for your love. Just so you know, everyone. Love for you is transactional. That's not something you get for free. And you need to work on that. And you start with your inner child, your inner 3-year-old. Would you really force your inner 3-year-old to come to you and like pay for your love? They've had to pay for everyone else's love. Would you really do that towards them? Would you really be one of those? Think about that. Okay. But then you got the Magician. Yay. So, the Magician. This is good though. And also, these cards are like, oh my god, they are so good, all of them. The only thing you need to do is like, get your priorities straight, man. Masculine. Not gender, and I also didn't mean it as gender when I said it. But anyways, masculine, you need to get your priorities straight. And you need to like stop. Love isn't transactional. Stop putting all of your energy into everyone else. Put up some boundaries in your life. Real ones for yourself and your own growth and happiness and all of that. And then you need to find your willpower because you have it. Because you're the resourceful... God damn it, it's not even the pre-state that you got it in. You got it in the actual action state. Whoa. That's so cool. This is amazing. Where's my little cheat sheet? I need my little cheat sheet because I don't remember. Oh, there you are. All of the star signs and planet symbol things. Sorry, just I don't. So we're gonna look at that afterwards. But yeah, you got the magician. So willpower, influence, master manifestor. That's exactly what I said you were. That means everything that you fear, because that's where your focus is. You focus on everything that you fear in life, everything you could lose in life. That's where your focus is. You make every decision based on what you could lose. Sometimes it's what you can gain, but then it's more of the whole, like, for the facade, for your chess game. And you do the chess game out of fear. Because what would you be if you didn't? What life would you have if you simply existed? Who would you be without all of these people that love your mask? Maybe yourself. I don't know. Just like a dramatic tea-sip pause right there. Yeah, it's freezing cold. Who cares? It's still good. Anyways, yeah, so master manifesta, inspired action, concentration, resourcefulness, and intellect. We already know you're smart. You play chess with everyone and everything. Your life is a chessboard. That's not healthy. My dear, that is not healthy. Okay. Anyways, get your priorities straight, because you can literally create whatever you want. You've done it before, you'll do it again. I mean, like the creation thing. And then, plus also, like, they do view you quite, I don't know what to say. Like, how should I put this? But like, in positive terms. They view you in very positive terms, but they've put down boundaries. And so they will probably demand change in that conversation that you're very afraid of. But should you do that, then you got 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands, my dude. That's really cool. Like, it's not 4 of Wands, so it's not like marriage, union. But it is, starting a new journey, a new chapter. And that's where you start, okay? You don't start with marriage. No. Okay. But in this tarot, this tarot is even more beautiful. In this one, it's okay, manifesting big and like capital letters, BIG, development, big, huge. Cannot get bigger than this development. And then you have travel for pleasure. And then we have work or love. Level up and progression. Like, manifest your dreams. Not literally, you'll be manifesting your dreams. If you can just get your priorities straight. So if you can actually work on yourself. Unburden all of these masks that you're wearing. They're just wearing you down. They're not like balloons racing you up to where you belong. Yeah, it's the song. You raise me up where I belong, or something like that. Where the eagles fly and there's a mountain or something up high. Anyways, that's not what your masks are. Your masks are like rocks, sinking you down to the bottom of the sea. You don't want to be there, on the bottom of the sea. Even if you're a fish or like some other sea creature. You don't want to be tied to rocks. You can't move around. Where's your freedom? Not there. Not behind your masks. They're hidden no, they're not hidden. They're hidden inside somewhere in your authenticity, but you will find your freedom once you find yourself. And once you let yourself exist. And then, your last one here, King of Wands. Yay. And that's amazing too. It's like, that's passion. That's living your life as the creator. That's creator energy. I absolutely love King of Wands. Oh, I love the Wands actually. Everyone within the Wands royal family is amazing to me. Okay, let's see what it says now. Get things going. Yeah, because you're the creator then. Entrepreneur. Yay. Charismatic, free thinker, successful, passionate. I'm unsure if I should say what I thought it said. It said visionary. It says visionary with a V, not an M. Creative and savvy. Like, this is great. You the only thing you need to do is tap into your creative strengths. Like, you can do this. You can literally do this. Your cards are so positive. I have faith in you. The only thing you need to do is unburden yourself. I'm not going to give you like a time frame or anything, because this genuinely doesn't seem like we should be doing that, because you just need to work on yourself. And the faster you can do that, but you also need to do it properly. You truly need to work on yourself. You will feel once you're starting to like feel more healed. You will know when it's time to reach out, because you will not do it out of fear for losing this person. You will do it with the hope. No, you won't do it with the hope that it will lead to something, because you will be so healed. You will know that you don't need this. Even if everything falls away from you, once you actually start focusing on yourself, letting yourself live authentically, exist authentically, even if everything in your life falls away from you, if you're properly healed, you still would not approach this situation from the point of, I need union. You will approach this situation from the point of, I hurt you. And it literally said there needs to be a conversation, so I'm suspecting you also didn't have that conversation. You might have ghosted this person. At least you up and left. At no point did the ghosted card come out. In no deck did it specifically say ghosted. And I do have some decks that would have that as an option. But you at least didn't actually talk about this. The thing that broke you apart. You didn't. This person just came to terms with it at some point. That's what it seems like, at least to me in the cards. And for the right collective, this should be ringing some bells of memory. No. But yeah, work on yourself, and don't view love as transactional. Put up some boundaries in your life. Work on your inner child healing, and like say good morning to your inner child, your inner self, your inner 3-year-old every morning. Work on that, and come into union with yourself first. Okay? You can do this. It's a bit scary, it's a bit hard, but you can do this. You have the strength that needs. I mean, honestly, look at you. You're the magician. You're the King of Wands. You can get whatever you want done. Plus, you're very good with your mind. You can play chess games with everyone. But don't do that. Stop. That's childish. Okay. Just exist. Just be authentic. If the situation fits you, amazing. If it doesn't, let it go. If the people fit you, amazing. If they don't, let them go. Just exist. This masculine collective, you need to just exist, okay? Okay, that's it. We are ending this now. Because it became a very long one. Again, always with you masculines. You have very long readings. Anyways, I will see you when I see you.